This episode is brought to you by FX's Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Join host Evan Ross Katz on the official podcast for FX's new series, Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, and go behind the scenes with cast and special guests, featuring Sarah Pigeon, Paul Anthony Kelly, Grace Gummer, and Naomi Watts. FX's Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Now playing, Crime 101 hits theaters.
What is it that you do?
I take high-value items and make them disappear.
So you're a thief.
One crime connects them all.
I'm getting close. I know it.
But only one will walk away.
I underestimated you.
Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan, and Halle Berry.
We're good at this.
Yeah.
Crime 101, directed by Bart Layton. Rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent. Now playing only in theaters.
And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
There's a reason losing weight messes with your head. It isn't just about calories and workouts. It's patience, consistency, getting back up after that fifth setback you didn't post about. Progress, well, it feels invisible, like nothing's changing, until it does, because small, consistent moves are the ones that stick. And this is where the right people matter. Friends, community, pros that know how to guide you instead of judge you. And that's where weight loss coach Molly McKennedy comes in. We've talked for years on this podcast about how essential movement is, especially as you get older. It's not just for fitness, but for your head, for your energy, your ability to show up for your life. Exercise strengthens your heart, your immune system. It lowers stress, improves sleep, boosts your mood, and quietly fights off the chronic stuff you don't want to deal with later on. And when Molly was a guest, we got into it. Nutrition, workouts, meal planning, cheat foods, Christmas movies, short-term goals, nighttime snacking, building routines that don't collapse after a couple of weeks. We talked about music, the Bangles, Eagles, Santana, meeting Sheryl Crow's drummer, the shows that she was binge-watching at the time, and her career highlight, competing in the World Championship triathlon in Spain. Listen to this.
So athletically, I would say competing at the International Triathlon Union World Championship Duathlon in Guernica, Spain. That was a long time ago. It was back in 1997, but I was on top of the world then. I was, at the top of my athletic career. I was, like 19, 20 years old. And in Spain competing with, top athletes from the US and top athletes from all over the world. And I placed third, was really happy with that because I actually qualified for that event kind of on a whim. I know that sounds crazy, but I did a race in Alabama and it happened to be a qualifying race for the World Championship. And I placed in my age group, I won. And so they gave me an invite and, it was just pretty incredible. That was an amazing experience.
That's nuts. What are you best at? Running, swimming, biking?
I would say I was the best at running at that point. I don't run anymore, but that was definitely my background. I started as a runner and then got into triathlon. So I basically had to go learn how to swim real quick so I could go compete in this triathlon. It's like, yeah. Just, everyone's like, just get through the swim. Well, it's a swim, bike, run. So the good thing is, you just have to hold your own in the water, get through it. And then on the bike, kind of the same thing. You don't have to be fantastic, but just hold your own, do pretty well. And then if you're a strong runner, then you can pass everybody on the run at the end.
Yeah. Well, they can't do it the other way, Molly. Imagine if they did it where
putting the swim at the end
was the end. And like, oh my God, 7 people died on this trial.
Yeah, they're all drowning.
It would be a disaster.
Listen to This on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC-approved repair shop. Visit them on Facebook and Twitter at Tedco RV Supplies.
The Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. But the Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. And on the Vulgar History podcast, we're going to be looking at the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal of the Regency era. Vulgar History is a women's history podcast, and our Regency era series will be focusing on the most rebellious women of this time. That includes Jane Austen herself, who is maybe more radical than you might have thought. We'll also be talking about queer icons like Anne Lister, scientists like Mary Anning and Ada Lovelace, as well as other scandalous actresses, royal mistresses, rebellious princesses, and other lesser-known figures who made history happen in England in the Regency era. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.
Oh, please, not that music. That music gives me nightmares from my childhood.
Could we get something a little bit lighter? Some lighter music here.
Are you a fan of true crime TV shows?
And what about Unsolved Mysteries, the show that jump-started all of our love of true crime?
I'm Ellen Marsh.
And I'm Joey Taranto.
And we host I Think Not, a true crime comedy podcast covering some of the wildest stories from your favorite true crime campy TV shows all the way to Unsolved Mysteries.
Baby, you will laugh, you will cry, you'll think about true crime in a whole new way, and you'll also ask yourself, who gave these people mics?
New episodes of I Think Not are released every Wednesday with bonus episodes out every Thursday on Patreon.
And every Monday, you can listen to our True Crime Rundown, where we go over the top true crime headlines of the week.
So come and join us wherever you listen to your podcasts.
For 8 years, we've been asking the same question over and over again. How did this happen? My name's Mandy.
And I'm Melissa, and we're the hosts of Moms and Mysteries, the true crime podcast with over 55 million downloads.
We're two Florida moms who are obsessed with mysteries. Each week, we do deep dives into fascinating true crime stories.
We cover everything from infamous cases like Casey Anthony
to the bizarre and complex crimes right here in our home state, like the shocking murder of FSU professor Dan Markell.
We bring you the facts, but with warmth and wit you'd only get from two friends who have been hooked on mysteries since childhood.
Join us for new episodes of Moms and Mysteries every Tuesday and Thursday.
Listen to Moms and Mysteries on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast.